The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
To kick off for the 49ers.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Nix. And incomplete to open things up. You look at this Niner defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Get there and bring him down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Setting up a screen for Harvey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starts right out of them.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Throwing Nix. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
At their own 39-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. You look at this Bronco defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try to run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a man whose father won 2 rings as a Bronco. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Get set.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, about the 4. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
2nd and inches.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Brian Robinson Jr., his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Niners respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Moody good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now inside the 25, and all the way down to the 17-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game, and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
He will push his way down to about the 14. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. It's 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? They'll swing this out to Harvey. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Nix to the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. R.J. Harvey from 10 yards out. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Purdy now to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
That is caught. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down. The Niners at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, out comes Bradley Pinion to punt this one away. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
First down, Broncos.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
First down, Denver.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. To the flat. That's complete to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. They were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Well, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy sideline, right?
Sammy sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage, completion-wise, way up. Not that time. In motion, the tight end. Now it's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. They run straight ahead with Harvey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Niners will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And there for the stop defensively, Nick Benito.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Another run to McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Off the play fake, Nix. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Will be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Working out of the gun is Nix. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 39. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. R.J. Harvey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns.
The kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
49ers 7.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know which team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
We'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
3rd and 6.
Yellow.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Third down and 6.
Yellow. Outside. Watch out.
Here's Purdy. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A handoff. Here's Harvey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back to throw, Purdy. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Purdy looking to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
That's taken on the 25. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Here's Nix. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way home for a Broncos score. R.J. Harvey on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. It was D.J. Jones who's there for the tackle.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
That's complete to Pearsall. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down. First and 10 at the
Out of the gun, Purdy. Got a man and he hits him in stride. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Get set. Get set.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Quick hitter. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And now off to the races down the right side. He's to the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. R.J. Harvey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
49-7.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now Purdy. And a quick throw here that's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And across the chin into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey from 19 yards away. And the 49ers are able to claw one back. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Once more with Harvey. And not a whole lot there, and maybe a yard to the 27. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On third down, Harvey. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works him past the 50. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
35-yard line.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Get set, get set. Yellow. Watch out. Stop.
Purdy from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Outside. Yellow. 18.
Throwing here, Purdy. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
Get set. Get set. Up.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Outside. 18. Watch out.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
And the 49er, first down.
Purdy. And he rifles one incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Up the gun, McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you will too.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Robinson. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack to stop him short of the 1st. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Get set. Get set. 18. Up.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So he's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
To throw from his end zone. Nix. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Oh, I said.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Broncos on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing Nix. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. On the handoff, Harvey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
On first down, back to Harvey. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll run with Harris. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Oh, my son! Ready? Kill, 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 kill!
On the ground, Harvey. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Oh, my son!
Again, it's Harvey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. R.J. Harvey, 27 yards. And the Broncos start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at it.
Get set, up.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Taken down
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
They run here with Dowdle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's going to have the first down and then some. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Shotgun now with Purdy. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Purdy now to throw. They'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Ready. 180. Behind.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed? They did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone.
should already know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence, this time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that for your efforts. New Van Cleef for the necklace. Being that voice in the trenches, so tell me what's your preference. I'ma keep my